I greet you all. I greet you all to the Poets Workshop Global. This is Emmanuel Chimeze, the founder of the Poets Workshop Global. I welcome you, everyone, all the participants and the guests, to Kumari from Nepal. Thank you so much for honoring my invitation. The Poets Workshop Global is an initiative that was formed to bring poets all over the world talking about the crisis, talking about issues pertaining to different parts of the world, and how poetry can change the globe. It was formed on the 27th of September, that was last month, and we thank God for the growth of this platform, of this network. Once again, Til Kumari from Nepal, I welcome you. You are welcome, ma. We'll be discussing on poetry, and we'll be discussing on the happenings of Nepal, what is currently happening in Nepal, and how can poetry change the country Nepal and the world at large. You are welcome. Til Kumari, please can you briefly
Okay,
introduce
thank
yourselves to
you.
us? Thank you.
Namaste. Good evening. And I'm Tilkumari Sharma from Nepal, and I
Good
am
evening, ma'am.
internationally awarded poet. And now in Nepal, poetry can change the youth. Yeah. And then poetry is the very much good power to change the uh, politics also, and nation also, and ecosystem also. So I think that poetry can change our country in the large amount, because today's youth is very interesting to read poetry, and they go with poems to change nation and nationality, and they love poetry also. Okay.
Thank you so much, Til Kumari. Thank you. My first question, without wasting time, is looking at the happenings in Koshi as at October, as at October 2025, Koshi has been hit by unpredictable monsoon floods, with the Koshi River overflowing and destroying farmlands, bridges, and displacing thousands in Susari, Udayapo, and Moran districts. We can see the issue of deforestation. We can see climate change, which has affected lives and also led to death. My question is, when the
Yeah.
Koshi River swells, when the Koshi River swells beyond its banks, do we witness nature's wrath or humanity's neglect? When the
Okay.
Koshi River
Okay.
swells beyond its banks, do we witness nature's wrath or humanity's neglect? Thank you.
Okay. When Kosi River goes beyond the beach, it is due to ignorance of the government or human management, because nature is always free to spread anywhere, but human must manage it, and so it is due to ignorance of the government that human can manage by keeping wall near sea beach. When there is management, then it will not kill the people, and it will not come beyond the beach also. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much, Ma. Um, the second question, can you briefly tell us about Madhesh? Madhesh. What is the current happenings now in Madhesh?
Madesh, when rivers are
Yeah.
flowing in Madesh, they should be managed to use properly in every home to fulfill trust of people to manage rivers properly. In Madesh, rivers should be managed well, otherwise the desert will be there, flooding will be there, a lot of okay, enough amount of the water will be spread in the Madesh, and it will dive the people and animals and settlements. So it should be. uh, managed well.
Thank you so much. Before moving on, today's theme is on water.
Yeah,
Water symbolizes renewal. Water can also come in the form of destruction, as in
yeah, yeah,
deforestation, as
yeah,
in afforestation, and this can lead to death. This can lead to people being displaced from homes.
yeah,
Water can symbolize renewal and transformation. Now, um, my question here is in Marrakesh, where rivers flow, yet thirst remains. What does water say about inequality and forgotten promises? In
yeah,
Marrakesh, where
yeah.
rivers
I know.
flow, yet thirst
Yeah.
remains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen. When rivers are flowing in the Madhesh, this should be managed to use properly in every home to fulfill trust of the people. Then rivers can be used properly. Otherwise, the rivers are in this side, then people are trusting in the other side, and the water is not in the use. So, to use the water, government or the people around the city should manage rivers properly to bring the water to drink. Then thirst will be not there.
All right. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful, ma. Um, can you briefly tell us about water in Bagmati? I'm just trying to um, state some countries in Nepal and
Yeah,
how has water affected that country? Is it in a positive way or in a
yeah,
negative way? Like,
yeah.
okay, can the
Okay.
Bagmati, okay, what is actually happening now in Bagmati?
Yeah,
What
Bagmati.
has water done? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Bagmati seems very dirty, and when we go near Bagmati, then smell is coming, and that is not a use for the field or the harvesting. Just dot is come there, smell is coming there. That polluted water is there. That is not managed by the government. Yeah, so we have to respect the river by making its management, cleaning, and the surrounding dots should be thrown aside. In this way, we can take the river in use.
All right, okay. Okay, in Bagmati, the Bagmati River, sacred to the Hindus, okay, is still
Yeah,
polluted despite years of cleanup campaigns.
yeah,
Urban waste, we can see the issue of urban waste,
yeah,
untreated sewage, and encroachment persisting. However, youth and eco groups have launched
yeah.
new restoration drives. The river stands as a metaphor for spiritual decay and urban struggle. Okay. Now, my question
Yeah,
is, can the Bagmati, sacred yet polluted, still whisper redemption to a city that has lost its reverence, that has
yeah.
lost its respect? Can the Bagmati, though sacred yet polluted, still whisper redemption to a city that has lost its respect? Yeah, that's the
Okay.
question, man.
Okay, pure and polluted Bagmati may satisfy the uneasy capital city when she is cleaned by the government. Yeah, the answer of this question is that pure and polluted Bagmati river may satisfy the uneasy capital city people when she is cleaned by the government.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So we'll be looking at another country, another state, which is Koshi. Koshi. Can you briefly tell us the happenings in Koshi? Koshi?
Yeah, Kosi is a large river, mingling of the seven rivers. Yeah, so that is very
Okay.
dangerous. That is very dangerous in the raining season, and
Hmm.
many settlements are thrown, and people are in the losing position. When raining is regular, then Kosi will be flooding everywhere. Then that is risky in the mothers and Thrai especially because the big river. So the government has not seen such condition, or the government cannot find any way of the solution. So we should take the solution by keeping great walls around the beach of the city, and we manage these rivers to distribute the water in different fields or different areas. Then we can manage that Kosi Nadi or rivers.
Okay. Okay. We can see in Koshi River, there currently we have torrential rains,
Yeah,
isn't it? And
yeah,
there's a high level of deforestation, which has
yeah,
caused villages to be buried. Entire villages have been buried. Survivors demand relocation and rehabilitation currently in Koshi.
yeah,
Now, my question, when landslides, when landslides,
mute is there. You're
hello,
mute.
yeah,
Hello,
yeah,
hello. Yeah,
when,
yeah,
I can hear you, when
yeah,
landslides silence villages in Koshi, when landslides silence villages in Koshi, how can poetry give those buried voices a second life? When
yeah. Okay,
landslide, yeah,
okay, okay. Okay, when the blazes of the Kosi are silent with flooding landslides, then poems give second life with a historical voice of the tragedy of the people, and the blazers are composed to bring the survival with the help of the poetry. Then we can give second life to the people by bringing the solution, or by bringing the voice of these people in the public. Yeah, then through the medium of the poetry we can raise their problems and voices to revive from the flooding and landslides. Then poetry helps to revive them again.
all right, thank you so much, ma'am. My second to the last question before I ask one or two of our audience to speak.
Yeah,
How can the waters in Nepal become symbols not just of survival but of unity? How can the
yeah.
waters in Nepal become a symbol not just of survival but of unity?
Okay, okay. The water from each rivers of the mountains, dry and Himalayas brings the decoration to nation to bring wealthy natural resource to have unity. These rivers are associated to show natural glory with unification of the people from every corner of the nation. The rivers all refer the single existence of our nation, that is unity in itself.
All right. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Thank you so much, ma. We call on Vashudhara Jadhav. Yeah, good evening, ma. Please, do you have any question for our guest?
Yes, good evening,
Okay,
ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
good evening.
My question is here that Nepal is called the land of mountains and peace.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
how does this spirit reflect in your poetry or art? How does
yeah,
this spirit reflect in your
yeah.
poetry or art?
Yeah, Nepal is beautiful in the nature, and many mountains are here, rivers are here. Though sea is not here, ocean is not here, rivers are here.
Yes.
So I reflect the Himalayas, rivers, mountains, and many other natural resources in my poetry to reflect my nation here, because Mount Everest is here, or we can say Sagarmatha. Sagarmatha in Nepali, Mount Everest is there, then I can write these landslides. I can write these mountains with landslides, sometimes with a destruction, and many times the nation is in construction with natural resource and identified with Sagarmatha, the top of the Himalayas in the world. So I reflected this all natural resource with construction and destruction in my poetry.
I'm also from India, so Himalaya also
Oh,
connected with us.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
so I'll ask one more question, that how would you describe Nepal in one poetic line?
Okay, I describe Nepal especially with the natural resource, ma'am, just like Himalayas and beautiful rivers, and our cultures also, because varieties of the culture are here. Yeah, then there is unity. That is also another point to reflect my nation in the poetry.
I think Nepal shares rivers, culture, and emotions with its neighbors. Like we are also neighbors.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
today,
our rivers are associating our neighborhood like China, India, because the
yes,
rivers are concerned to China, also the Himalayas. The rivers from Himalayas are coming from the China, and
so
we name Botekosi, yeah.
uh,
Then in this way, the rivers are going to India to produce the electricity, and these rivers are associating our neighboring countries as the good friends, yeah.
yes.
That is also reflected in our poetry.
So do you feel poetry also flows beyond borders? So today's also our
Yeah,
poetry flows
why
beyond
not?
borders.
Yeah, why not? Like rivers or water, poetry
Yes.
is worldwide. Poetry unites all people of the world in one community. Yeah, you are here. All the poets are from every corner of the world to unite here, because poetry brings the unity of the people. So poetry is like the river, the infinite thing which never dies. Other arts can be died. The statues of the king and queens may fall, but poetry is never
Never.
in falling situation, because eternal or eternity of the poetry brings the humanity in the world, isn't it, ma'am?
Yes, yes, yes. So,
Yeah,
one more, that what does poetry mean to you? It's a memory, movement, or meditation.
yeah,
What
emotion.
what does water means to you? Memory, movement, or meditation? Water.
Yeah, poetry can be associated with a memory, mood, and then meditation also, because poetry is very often poetry is created in alienation, that is because of mood, and it is due to attentive mood, that is attends meditation, just like meditation. Yeah,
Yeah.
so poetry reflects all kinds of the mood, association, meditation, and many others.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Thank you. Nice to
Thank you,
meet
ma'am.
you.
Then where are you? Where are you from India, ma'am?
From Maharashtra. From Maharashtra.
Oh, Maharashtra.
Uh,
Yeah, I am going to Rajasthan for the viva of my PhD here, because
wow.
I have done PhD from Rajasthan.
Wow. Congratulations. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, very. I am also very happy to see you all here and to
uh,
listen you all here. And we are talking about the meaningful subject about the rivers, waters, and its construction, destruction, about poetry. Yeah. So it is very nice topic. Nice
yes,
topic.
yes,
This is very nice program too.
yes, yes. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you so much to Kumari for honoring our invitation once again. You sent me a poem few hours ago on waters. Please,
Yeah.
can you share the poem with us before we call it a day? Yeah.
Oh,
Can Can you
I
share
have
the
to
poem
see.
to us? Read it. Yeah, can
Okay,
you read the poem?
yeah, I have sent in messenger here, but I can't share here. It is my first to use Microsoft Team because of that. Will you recite from messenger?
Okay, I should recite it. Okay,
Okay,
let me do that now.
okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
you sent it to me. Give me. Okay,
The first three poems are there. Second about mm, three poems are also
all
there.
right.
Which you
Yes,
like?
I can
Which
see
will
it.
yeah,
All right. Okay, you sent. Okay, I've seen one here. All
yeah,
right. Water for life. Water for life. Water
yeah,
is the life source of every being. It is a lifelong entity. It builds food of all kinds. Food, fruits, and all kinds of living entities are born with water. The trees are nourished with water. So, the source of water is raining and the clouds. So, water rules the universe. We cannot live without drinking water. Water is the basic need of living beings. Water is a symbol of civilization. Infinite things are made by water for beings, including the humans. Water creates the settlement of earth. So, water is the constitution of the whole universe. Water cleans everything. Clean water is the source to rob diseases. Can you briefly tell us what inspired you to write this? Please unmute your mic. Hello.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, this poem especially talks about positivity of the water because without water we cannot exist. Life is not possible. So because of that, this poem talks about everything for the life is water. Water can manage, it builds every food or fruits for us, and it is a need for every beings. Otherwise, the earth cannot bring the living beings without water. Because of that, this water is composed positively here by me. Water is infinity because it includes everything of the universe because every year sun and other things are made by the water. Water can be got in hot position as well as in cold position. So it is the ruler of the universe. It is a natural ruler of the universe, or it is a kind of constitution to balance all, because in cloud that gas is made by the water. Yeah, that cloud
You
creates the hot thunderstorm that may be the symbol of fire. That fire is caused by the water. Everything is made by water. Because of that, it is the constitution of the universe. So in this way, I mention the poetry with the positivity of the water.
thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Vashudhara, Vashudhara Jadhav,
Hmm.
do you have any poem relating to the theme water? Waters?
Not having now.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hello, Deborah. You are welcome. Before we call it a day, Deborah, okay. Um, okay. I think
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you.
yeah, can you briefly do you have a poem currently relating to the theme waters?
No, not really. No, not really. But
Okay.
I'm definitely
Can
going
you
to write a
ask
song
our
about
guest? Okay, can you ask our guest just one question, one, and make it short because of time. One
it.
question
Okay.
on Nepal or on water as a team.
Okay. Um. Well, does it
Do
really
you
have
have
to be related with water or just a random question?
yeah random question on poetry? You can
Okay.
answer yeah on poetry.
Okay. So uh what what sparked that interest like in you? Like what made you love poetry? What made you love poetry? Yeah. What made you love poetry? Because I know we all do things for a reason. So what made you love poetry as a person?
Amazing. For me, for me.
Yeah.
Okay, pardon, ma'am. Once again, please. The question.
Okay, hello. The question, please.
Okay, I asked what made you love poetry? What made you love poetry? I'm curious
Okay.
about that.
Yeah, poetry is a kind of the healing medicine for the people. Yeah, it console our tragedy and human happiness also. We can mix or mingle happiness, sadness, tears in the poetry, and it also is it is going to make our health very nice, or mentally we are healthy when we are really with poetry, because of that poetry is really loving object and we cannot detach when we are with poetry. So because of that I love poetry.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again, Sha. Oh, sorry. Thank you so much, Til Kumari. Thank you for honoring our invitation, and we will love to honor you next time. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
God bless you. Yeah.
Okay,
Do anyone
God
have
bless
any
you too.
remark? Yeah. Do you have any remark or anything to say or to add or to suggest? Does anyone have any remark, suggestion?
Okay, okay, it's okay because you are perfect to start the program of the meaningful subject about our nation, because in our nation many disasters are there because of the rivers. That is the issue of today's program. It is very nice, and I give thanks to you because you are concerning our Kosi Bagmati. Very nice program. Then this voice should be there with the government year, yeah, should be there with the government year, because government ignores this kind of the disaster of the rivers in the Nepal. You are conscious to talk about Bagmati, the dirtiness of the Bagmati, polluted Bagmati, and destruction of the Kosi river. It is the discussion of the universal matter, thinking about our nation. So because of that, I thank you very much for this program. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy you love the program, and my intention is to do more. Yeah, I'm just starting actually, like I said, and I do have more and greater vision for the for this platform. My
Okay,
intention
thank
for the
you.
platform is to make poetry come alive again. Yeah, to
Yeah.
make poetry come alive again. And you know, poets like E. Cummings, a lot of poets are suppressed. A lot of poets are oppressed. Why? Because of
Yeah.
because of bad government, corruption,
Yeah. Yeah.
deforestation. So
Yeah.
they are oppressed and they are suppressed. So
Yeah.
my reason for creating
Yeah.
this platform is for us to what to air our voice, for us to speak our mind,
Yeah.
and to take poetry and to change the world, through
Yeah,
poetry.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
believe
Yeah.
it will be
Thank you very
fulfilled.
much. Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much. We are also suppressed by the government because we are not inspired by the government. We are ourselves. We have to create a poetry for the nation and to raise the equality, voice of the equality. Our government does not see such kind of the good doings. They are related to the corruption. Yeah, the people or political leaders are related to the corruption. Not they are not interested in the poetry creating how it brings the change to the nation. They are not concerned because of that. Thank you. Your voice is very
All right.
nice. Your voice support
All right.
us. So thank you very much.
All right. Before we leave, I can see Deborah sent a question. I think she's saying, "What advice can you give to poets?" Hello, Deborah. Please make it very short. Can you ask your question again?
Okay, so I was actually asking what advice you would give to a fellow poet who might be losing interest in poetry, maybe because they are not yet published. They have tried so many ways to, but haven't yet published due to one reason or another. You understand? So with that, when I now bring it, it will.
Yeah, pardon, ma'am, because the sound is not coming. Sound is not coming. Mute.
Hello, Deborah. Okay. Hello. Um, Deborah, she said something. She said, "What advice will you give to poets who um who actually?" Deborah, please, can you say that again? Deborah,
Eh.
she's talking
Okay,
about.
can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, we can.
Okay, I
Yes,
was
we can.
actually asking what advice you would.
Hello, Deborah. Okay, she's saying, "What advice will you give to a poet um who actually they want their work to be published, but I don't think, but
Like a word of
they
encouragement, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
what word of encouragement will you give to them?"
Yeah. Okay. Uh, to be the published poet or the writer, we must do effort and we must invest for the poetry, the time and other things. We must invest for the mind also. Then we can be writer, poet with our original voice, and we can take the chance ourselves, not by the other. We can inspire ourselves. So in this way, we can inspire ourselves.
Yeah. For me, the first thing a poet should do is to write first
Yeah,
from he should write talking to himself, because for you to write to someone, you should poetry comes from the soul, from the heart.
yeah, yeah.
So
When you
you
are
should
when
not
you are
write.
writing, yeah, when you are writing and writing, then unconsciously it flows like the river. Yeah,
Yeah. So you should not wait until you are published, until
yeah,
your work is published before you begin to write. You must first of all write and make sure it speaks to you first. It should make
yeah,
sure it has done a good and positive work first in your life before
yeah,
then waiting for such to be published. So as
yeah,
poets, we should not wait for our work to be published
yeah.
before we start writing. So I'll
Okay,
encourage them to
yeah.
continue and never give up.
Yeah,
Continue
interest
writing
must be
and never
there.
give up.
If you write first, and if you write and you have interest to publish, then there is solution. First of all, intention should be there, then
Yeah.
solution will come there. So don't be fear with the bad situation. you should inspire yourself with your effort and effort and effort, then you can win the
Yeah.
difficulty also. So
Yeah.
don't be, don't lose your mind and desire or dream to be poet, and you write, and there is solution to publishing also will be there. So be encouraged
Yeah.
yourself first and do effort.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of today's poetry talk show, and want to say thanks to everyone. Thank you, Comfort Campbell. Thank you, Deborah Akin Loto. Thank you, Ma Vashudhara Jadhav.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Okay.
And thank
Namaste.
you,
Thank
Sil
you for all.
Kumari.
Okay. Thank you for all.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, namaste. Thank you.
Namaste.
I would love to
Thank you
I
for
would love to
inviting.
learn. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
thank
love to
you.
learn the language. I would love to
Yeah,
learn the
thank.
language, although I've learned Suprabat. I've
Yeah,
learned
okay. Thank you for
Suprabat.
inviting.
I've,
Thank you for
yeah,
inviting me and bringing the message of Nepal about water. Okay, thank you very much, you for all friends.
thank you. Bye.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Yeah,
See
Shubhratri.
you.
yeah, yeah,
Shubharatri, Emmanuel. Thank you.
Okay,
yeah.
Subharatri, ma'am.